Hola mi gente, Joe Barreto back with you at the Credit Card Connection. I'm glad you can join me. In today's video, I was supposed to review the Marriott Bonvoy Business Card from American Express, but due to issues recently with American Express and their clawbacks and their issues when you're trying to meet the spend requirements, I decided to do this quick video today with an update. Last week, Mark Reese from the Mark Reese Credit and Finance channel on YouTube reported that he had an issue when he was meeting the spend already and passed the spend requirement on one of the American Express cards by using and paying his taxes, which all of us do to meet these high spend requirements. When he called Amex, they said that those charges weren't able to be put towards to meet that spend requirement. Fast forward a few days later, Ben Hedges then reported on his channel, the Credit Chifu, that he now has to rethink how he's going to go about the American Express, meeting the spend requirements and things like that in the future. So last week when I saw Mark's video, I reached out to Mark and, I explained to him that I was sort of in a similar situation with the Marriott Bonvoy Business Card. I was supposed to meet a $5,000 spend requirement in 3 months for 125,000 Marriott Bonvoy points. I had surpassed that. My due date was July 20th. So I called Amex to make sure, because on the Amex app, it was showing that I was still like $2,000 short. A rep from Amex told me that it was because the authorized user, the employee card that I had on that, which kind of functions as an authorized user, that spend requirement on those cards did not count. I said, but how is that possible? It's under my account. So they said, no, we're going to look into it. We'll open up a case for you. They opened up a case for me. In the meantime, Mark Reese did me the huge favor. He sent me the terms and conditions from Amex regarding the Marriott Bonvoy business account and how to meet the spend requirements. And it did say that employee cards or authorized users that counts towards the spend requirement. I called back last Friday to Amex, spoke to another rep, who then, after I read that to her, she said, well, yeah, you are right. I'm going to speak to you in a minute. She came back. She said, oh, we did look into it. It wasn't so much that it was the employee card. It was that some of the spend you had didn't clear, which wasn't true because I was looking at my Amex, live on the portal, and it showed that all the spend wasn't pending. It was already cleared. So she said, give it till Monday or Tuesday, you should see the points in your bank. Literally an hour later, all the points were there. I had 130,000 Marriott Bonvoy points that I earned. So it wasn't by chance, okay? It looked like they saw that they screwed this one up and they had to go back and fix it, and they fixed it pretty quickly. So all this to say that, going forward, I'm going to go on board here with Ben and with Mark. And what I did was later that night, actually, I was trying to apply for the American Express Gold Business Card. And because Amex has all these different incognito modes where you get different offers and stuff like that, I found the one that Sebastian from Ask Sebi said, which was 10,000 points spent in 6 months instead of $10,000, spent in 6 months instead of the usual 3 months. But what I did this time is what I'm going to tell you guys you should do in the future. I took a screenshot of the offer that I applied for online with a timestamp. After I applied and was later approved, I called Amex immediately, got the name of the representative that I was speaking with, told her to please give me an ID number or at least a call log that I can refer to. That showed that I got this offer for this period of time because it was different than the normal offers that were out there, okay? So what I'm going to do from now on, whenever I apply, not just for the Amex cards, but any bonus signups, I'm going to take a screenshot. I'm going to call the bank, whether it's Chase, Capital One, Amex, follow up with them to make sure that I got this and they got the verbal agreement on their end that that's indeed what I signed up for and that's what I'm going to get. And now I'm supposed to get this card tomorrow on Monday. I just did this video really quick today to give you guys a heads up as to what's going on. So I'm supposed to get this card Monday, and when I get the card and activate it, I'm going to call Amex back and actually see what they tell me is eligible for spend or not. Because if they tell me up front that my next tax payment, which is August 1st, which a lot of you, if you do the quarterly, pay your taxes quarterly, that's usually when it's going to hit. If that's not eligible, then I have to scramble and, like Mark did, make sure that I get this together and, you know, find other spend requirements. So I just want to give all of you a heads up. Moving forward, do yourselves a favor. Take that screenshot, see the offer that you got. Make sure that when you call them, you verify everything, get the person's name, put it on your phone as a reminder, on your notes, whatever. Log that in so that you're locked in and you have something to refer to in the future if you run into any issues, as we have run into these issues. But I want to give at the end of this, I want to give a big shout out and a big thank you to Mark Reese for looking out for me, for sending me the information that allowed me to clear up my mess with Amex. And I'm just hoping that in the future, none of us really goes through this. But I also want to thank Ben and the rest of the crew, Luke at Luke's Points and Miles, for always being on top of these things and bringing this information out to all of us, because that's how we stay on top of our game, and that's how we make sure that we're able to, bring you the best and the latest information and the pitfalls to avoid. So I'll be updating you during the week. I'll be bringing you eventually that Marriott Bonvoy Business Card review, and I will do the American Express Gold Business Card as well. But thank you so much, like always. Until next time, peace.